Hi everyone, welcome in. This is Laura and I'm going to show some of the jewelry items for Friday night's live sale. The sale starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. I will put the link to the sale down in the comment section of this video. At this time, I do have power. Power came back on. What's today? Thursday? Power came back on at 1 o'clock in the morning. I do not have the internet and it is a very widespread outage. So there is a decent chance that I won't have internet restored in time for the sale. In that case, I'll probably go ahead and delete that thumbnail and come up with a plan B. Okay, so first up we have some Demitasse. This is called Noblesse Art Deco from 1930. It can be a band size 7 through 10. So remember, the Demitasse spoons are shorter. So the limitations on size will go up to 10. And this is a $15 ring. I do have multiples. It is 3/8 inches wide in the front, so it's very, very narrow. Next up, same pattern, Noblesse from 1930, Art Deco, in the bypass style. All those beautiful ridges. $15. Now the size for the bypass style is 4 through 6.5. It is 1/2 inch wide in the front, which is considered narrow for a Demitasse spoon ring. So 4 through 6.5 on this one. Okay, so the next pattern, I've had this pattern many times because it's beautiful and it is a wonderful seller. It is named Evening Star from 1950. Also Demitasse, so in the front, 3/8 inches wide, nice, narrow, comfortable ring. Just got these back into stock, so I do have several. It is $16. And for the band, your size range is 6 through 10.5. I can do a bypass, and the size range for the bypass is 4 through 6.5. I hope everyone is doing well, and I appreciate that you watched the previews. I think it helps you guys during the sale. Okay, next up is another very, very popular pattern for me. I actually own this ring. It's from 1956, and it is named Silver Tulip. It is silver plate. The maker is International Silver. This is a regular teaspoon, but it is very sleek and narrow. Each silverware pattern is completely different from the next one and does different things, but this pattern is very sleek, narrow, and thin, and makes an excellent band ring. Your range for the band is size 6 through 15, and this is a $15 ring. Very beautiful. That's been super popular online and in person. And I do tend to wear one of those when I go to the sales. Okay, so next up is the same pattern. Okay, in your Demitasse, excuse me, not Demitasse, bypass. So you have your extra width here, so it is 3/4 of an inch wide. The band was 7/16 inches wide, so just less than 1/2 inch. Again, the bypass, same price, $15. Your size range will be 6 through 10. 6 through 10. Otherwise, this gets kind of choppy over here and it just doesn't look the same. Here is the spoon before bending. It does have a unique detail. On the back side, IS is for International Silver. That's their mark, maker's mark. It does have the pattern name on the underside, Silver Tulip. Now on your small bands, that's cut off. But on your bypass, it does retain the pattern name. I will say in this pattern, I sell more bypass than bands. That's just how it is. It's beautiful. Okay, so there's that one. Got more of those in stock because I had run out. And they are back. All right, the next one is an antique demitasse named Mayflower. From 1901. It has these little beads along the edge. That is called a mill grain edge. It's French for 1,000 grains. So demitasse, 9/16 inches wide in the front for the band. Your range for this one is 7 through 10. I will be custom making them in the sizes requested, 7 through 10. It is $18. And you can see on the back the Rogers. Rogers is such a big name in silverware, and there are many different makers with Rogers name. This one is referred to as Anchor Rogers. And if I could get this to focus, you can see the little anchors on either side of the word Rogers. So it's called Anchor Rogers. If you ever hear that term, this is what Anchor Rogers mark looks like. So, there was something else I was going to say, but this is another one of my absolute favorite. Oh, these were found in their original package, and I will show that tomorrow night. This is going to have to be uploaded through my cell phone service, so I'm going to go quick. It can take a couple hours for a long video to upload, so I'm going to try to go a little quick. Now, last week, someone had requested to see, or if I had any more of the daisy ring, so I'm going to bring it back during the preview in case that person cannot make it to the sale. I just do want to answer your question. This is Daisy from 1910, William Rogers Manufacturing Company. The band is 3/4 of an inch wide in the front. Your size range from the teaspoon is 7 through 14. 7 through 14. $17. And this is a true antique, beautiful daisies in the front. I do have about 3 of these spoons. If you were still interested, can't make the sale, just reach out to me. Okay, I do have one earring this week. Didn't make any more earrings this week. I'm still working on 2 very large orders. Now that I have power back, that's my next move. After this video, I'm going to go make some more jewelry. Okay. These are super lightweight stick earrings with cultured pearls. They are $15. Ear wires are stainless steel, 0.15 ounce, so very lightweight, and they are 2.5 inches long. I only have the one pair. This is what the back side looks like. And there's that. Okay. I will probably at some point during the sale ask for you guys to throw in your requests in the chat, because there's probably going to be time between what I was just showing in the sun catchers and when I start the sterling silver. The sterling silver, just so I can be consistent, is going to start at 7:30 Eastern. That's when I always start showing the sterling. There's a few pieces, and they are all going to be bids rather than just buy it now. These will be going to the highest bidder should there be any bids. Then the first one I'm going to show you, and if you're interested in the sterling, there's a lot of details for me to give you ahead of time to help you make a good decision. This is sterling. It does say Chicago on the handle. You have a Native American Indian chief. Wonderful detail. Okay, so your sterling mark. Oh, I hope we can get this to go into focus. There we are. There's a little pennant with an H, and then the sterling. This is demitasse, so your band can be size 5 through 8.5. Yep, it does say Chicago, mostly hidden, but this is such a cool spoon ring. The start bid will be $44, and I forgot to measure. This is about a 1/2 inch or a little bit less in the front. It's going to make an absolutely comfortable, very, very comfortable spoon ring. So starting at $44, and the size range is 5 through 8.5. Teeny tiny sizes are probably going to have the sterling mark cut off, just so you know. Okay, now the next one is the same spoon, but the spoon bowl was plain. This spoon bowl I was showing you is engraved with the Chicago Coliseum of some type. Okay, so same spoon, sterling silver. This has already been created because I was not sure. Your sterling mark is right in there. Right in there. There's sterling mark. Okay, I flattened the spoon bowl. Nothing was cut off. The entire spoon was used. Currently a size 10. I cannot go smaller because this will wrap around over here. There's no point in going smaller. So it is a size 10, and I can easily go up to a 12, and it would retain its native face in the front. You can start to see the C for Chicago a little bit as a size 10, but as it gets bigger, you're not going to see that at all. Okay, starting $44. And I should have gotten the darn width on this. I'm going to say it's about an inch wide. Two things that I forgot to measure. So sterling silver, starting at $44. And again, the size range is 10 through 12. It does have the sterling mark. It's a very cool spoon. I've always wanted one of these spoons. Okay, next up is a pattern named Buttercup from 1899. So it's a true antique. This pattern, you will find it out there. It's also very, very collectible. This is a demitasse. The demitasse makes an excellent ring because this, if you get even just a teaspoon in this pattern, it is very, very thick. So I'm always looking for just the demitasse. There is your sterling mark. Very ornate. I love this one. It's by Gorham. Okay, so your size range, it is going to be a band, 6 through 10. 6 through 10. Your larger sizes will retain the sterling mark. The size 6 or 7 might have part of that cut off. I'll do my best to leave as much on as I can. So starting at $44 is the Buttercup, size 6 through 10 band. Okay, next up is another sterling. First, I thought these were daffodils, but after really looking at these flowers, I believe these are lilies, but I am open to other interpretations. So here it is. I could not find this pattern's name. And there's your sterling, all capitals. It says 925 over 1000. There's an I on the left side. Company. I think this could be international company. I went through all the I chapters on my website that I look at patterns. Couldn't find this pattern anywhere. So probably hard to find, but I'm just not familiar with it. It is going to be a band or a bypass. Band or bypass. To the winning bidder, it will start at $44. So if you get the band, your width is 11/16 of an inch. If you want to do the bypass, it's going to be just shy of an inch, 15/16. This is the size of a 5 o'clock spoon, larger than demitasse, smaller than a teaspoon, but this will make a very comfortable and ornate spoon ring. So the band range is 7 through 15. 7 through 15, and you will lose the sterling mark because it's far up. Okay, if you do the bypass, it's going to be wider. You'll keep your sterling mark, size 7 through 10. 7 through 10, and you will be able to keep the sterling mark. Okay, then the last sterling option. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but it is 1888 Versailles Versailles, I don't know how to pronounce that properly, by Gorham. This pattern is a multi-motif pattern, which means it's called Versailles, but there are different variations. This one has a woman. I believe in her left hand she's holding a child close to her body, and I believe her other hand she's holding maybe a toddler. That's my interpretation of it, and it's very, very ornate along the entire handle. Again, this is smaller than a teaspoon, larger than demitasse, so these are 5 o'clock spoons. And I'm saying plural because I do have 2 that are identical. And just so you know, I do have 2 that are identical. Okay. Your sterling marks are all the way up into the spoon bowl. So the ring is not going to be retaining the sterling mark. That's why I really want to show you up close now. You can always look this one up as well. This pattern is out there. Starting is going to be $44. The winning bidder could claim one or both, and then the next one would go to the next bidder. And I realize that having 2 means the bids will be lower, but that's good for you guys. And I like to do what's good for you all. If I have 2, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you I have 2 because this is really a very cool spoon. So if you want to do a band, 3/4 of an inch wide in the front, size 7 through 15 for a band, 7 through 15. If you want the bypass where it wraps around, it's wider. It's going to be 7 through 10, and it's about an inch wide. When you have the wraparound, it's going to be about an inch wide, size 7 through 10. And again, I do have 2. They will not have the sterling mark. There's just no way. Okay, so those are the sterling pieces. Again, they will start at 7:30 Eastern time. I'll set my alarm. I will keep looking for more items to add, but this week is just crazy with losing power, losing internet, being so busy with orders. If you have questions or comments about the sale, you can put them down in the comment section of this video. I'll also add my email. I have been reading all the comments but not responding as of yet because they weren't really questions, but I will try to go back and find those on my phone. How I run a sale is on the thumbnail for the actual live sale. The link to the live sale will also be down in the comments and description of this video. If there's something you for sure want to see, you can put that in the comments and I will pull that out as well. Okay, let's hope the internet gets turned back on and we get to go forward with this. If you see the thumbnail disappear, I'll try to put the announcement up. I'm not very good with YouTube from my phone, but I will do my best. We are all safe here, so thank you for all your prayers and concerns. I hope everyone else is safe as well. And I hope to see you Friday. Take care, everyone. I miss you.